One of the things that I thought about today is that I've been so scared of failing, of doing something that will affect me negatively. But when you're scared to fail, you also won't win if you don't try. This is one of the things that I've had to sort of meditate on today. Because taking action is scary. Doing things where you don't know if you're guaranteed to win. You don't know if it's gonna work out. You don't know if the thing you're doing is even moving you closer to your goal. You have no idea if the thing you're gonna do is gonna make you move backwards instead of forwards. It's scary. It can feel intimidating. At least for me, I've been so worried about what other people are gonna think, what the negative consequences of the things that I do sometimes. But when you're stuck in this mentality of worrying, of fear, and all the negative things, you stay stuck. If you don't take any shots, they'll never hit. They'll never hit the target, if that makes sense. So, by me not taking action, by me not doing the thing that I'm scared to do, even if I'm worrying about the negative things that could happen, the things that I have to lose, if I don't do the thing that I'm scared of, I also won't win. That's a guarantee. I won't move forward if I don't take any steps to get there. And that just sort of, I don't know, it fired me up today. Where I was like, well, if you look at it that way, if I'm not doing anything at all, then by comparison, me doing something, even if I move backwards, maybe that's better because that's movement. That means that something's happening. That means that something's changing. It means I'm not staying still. It means I'm not stuck. So sometimes I'm like, it feels like when you're when you're too scared, when you're too stuck in your thoughts of fear and worry and of all the negative things that could go wrong, you're also holding yourself back. You're staying stuck in the same place that you've been. you're you're locking yourself into a cage of like, you don't want to move backwards, but on the other hand you're also not moving forwards. You're you're literally putting up roadblocks both behind you and in front of you. Like, where do you want to go? That's what I had to ask myself. It's like, no matter the outcome, where do I want to go? Do I want to stay stuck where I am, or do I want to move forward? Even if that might mean that I take a few steps back first. Even if that might mean that it feels like shit. That might mean that it's uncomfortable, that it's scary, that I have to overcome something within myself just in order to see where I can go with it. And at some point today, I sort of realized that it's like, if the option is staying the same or changing, I'll choose change every single time. Because I know what it's like to be here. I know what it's like to do the things that I do on the daily. I know exactly what that feels like because I've done it for years. I've been here before, and I don't want to stay stuck here. I would much rather move forward no matter where that is, as long as it means that something changes. Because that means that I now have something that I can course correct. I can understand that if I move backwards, okay, then I'll try something different. I'll change something about my approach, but I won't stop moving. Because the second that you stop moving, that you stop doing, that you stop taking action, where are you going? Absolutely nowhere. And you'll be stuck exactly where you've been forever. And that's not where I want to be. No matter how bad it feels, no matter how many times I doubt myself, I don't want to stay stuck where I've always been. I don't want to see the same results that I've seen for years on end. I want to be different. I want to be better. I want to at least try, no matter the outcome. If I fail, then that's fine. You may, if you watched any motivational videos on YouTube, you have probably heard that whole saying of, oh fuck, what is it? Like, try again, fail better. And it's so true. Because if you don't try again, you might not fail, but you also won't win. And if you don't win, then it's like, what's the point? If you're not even trying to win, what are you even doing? No matter what it is that you're chasing in life, no matter what it is that you want out of life, if you don't even try, what are you doing? Like, where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in the future? Who do you want to be? Because if you're not even trying to be that person, if you're not even taking any steps towards that, where do you think you'll end up? That's what I had to ask myself. That's what I had to remind myself of. It's just, if you don't try, you may not fail, but you also won't win. And if you fail, then just fail again, but fail a little bit better. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. If you don't stop, it's not failure. It's just a trial. It's an experiment. It's one more step towards success. It's one more day, one more thing that you now have experience with, that you can use in the future. Because trust me, I'm like, you learn more from failure than you do from success. The times when things go right, you really learn something from that. I sure don't. Maybe sometimes, but not a lot. It's the times when it hurts. It's the times when you're so scared of doing the right, or like doing the wrong thing, and you fuck up really badly. Someone tells you off. You have to go back and you have to fix your own, like, your own shitstorm that you cooked up. When you have to go back and fix the things that you failed at, that's when you learn. That's when I learn, and probably when you learn too. And if you just stop being so scared to fail, stop being so afraid of the bad, then you'll see that even the bad can be good. As, I don't know, cheesy as that sounds, even the bad things in life always have a positive end. You may not see it in the moment. You may not feel like that failure is moving you forward. But look back at that failure a year from now, and you'll see that that was the moment when you learned that, okay, I can't do this. I have to change something about the way that I approach this. I have to do something differently. But if you hadn't failed, you wouldn't have tried. And if you didn't try, A year from now, you'd be in the same place. You'd be exactly where you were a year from now. Like, you would be stuck in the same place for years on end, and you wouldn't look back. You wouldn't realize that your failure was actually the stepping stone to your success. You wouldn't understand how powerful failure can be. And it's like, if you fear the unknown, which I do a lot of the time, like, it feels so scary to be doing something you haven't done before, to be trying something new, to stretch yourself to a point where you haven't gone before, doing new things, meeting new people, having different conversations, watching different media, reading different books that you haven't read before. Like, yeah, it's scary, it's not what you're used to. But if you never discover the unknown, you'll also never see the potential of it. You'll also never see the good things that are hiding there. The good things that you wouldn't see otherwise. Because that person that you meet might end up being your significant other, like, further down the line. That conversation you have might lead to a job. That podcast you watch might click something in your head that gives you a new idea. All of the unknowns in life, all your fears, all the things that make you scared, that make you doubt, they're usually what's gonna lead you towards greatness. They're usually what will lead you to your best self. That's at least what I've found. And I'm pretty sure that if you just try it out, you'll see that it's the same for you. So yeah, if you play it safe, your life will stay the same. And if you never try, you'll never win. So why not take the risk? Why not make the move? Why not do that thing that makes you scared, that makes you doubt? Why not, I don't know, talk to that person whose judgment you fear? Post the thing that makes you so incredibly scared of what people are gonna say about you, what they'll think about you. Why not? If they say those things, you'll know what it feels like, and then you'll be able to do it again. Because what they say don't matter. What matters is that you overcome the fear. What matters is that you push through and you do something that is uncomfortable. And you do something that does scare you. That does stretch your limits. Like, just this week, I've had at least one phone call where I'm like, I swear to you, my heart was racing so hard. I bet you that if you knew me, you would instantly be able to tell that I was shitting myself. That's how scared I was. That's how nervous I felt. Because I was so far out of my comfort zone. My brain was in fight or flight the entire call. Because I wasn't prepared for it. I was so fucking scared that I'm like, I wanted to crawl out of my own skin. That's how it felt. It was, I don't know, just insane how scary it was. But the second that it was over, I was so glad that I did it. I was so glad that I had that conversation. Because it made me realize that I survived. That I was fine afterwards. Even if it felt like the most horrific experience in the moment. It was the most scary thing that I've experienced in probably years. But I did it, and I was proud of myself afterwards. And the second call that I got, I was calm. It was like nothing. It was easy. So you see, the things that actually stretch us, they expand our comfort zone, and they make us able to handle more things in life. It makes us able to tackle the same situation, but now from a completely different state. Instead of being scared shitless, of being like, I don't know, fucking stiff as a rock, feeling like you're shaking, you're now calm. Calm as a cucumber. You're like, you're chilling. Everything's fine. Nothing can bother you. But you have to go through those uncomfortable times, those things that you fear. Because if you don't, you'll never realize that you're capable of it. And if you don't know that you're capable, then you'll never know who you really are, will you? So take the risk. Do the thing that scares you. Don't worry about what everyone else is gonna think. Do it anyway. And see that you survive. See that you're fine. See that once you're past the discomfort, once you're past the fear, the anxiety, the just physical pain of the emotion in the moment, you'll be proud of yourself, and you'll see that you're capable of so much more. You're able to handle the same thing over and over again, but with confidence, with calm, with poise. You'll be able to do it in your sleep. But if you don't do it the first time, you won't know that you're capable of it. So try this out and see how you feel. Because that's how victory is earned. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.